Welcome to this how-to guide, where today we're going to look at how to use Pinterest and how the benefits of this could be in line with your fashion designing and how we can interlink that into our portfolios and how to use this as a way to spark our creative minds. So Pinterest, what is Pinterest? Pinterest is an idea where loads of photos are, loads of inspiration, different concepts, different designs are all placed onto one aspect of an app. And these are usually photos. So when we look at it, let's look into it. So this is the logo for Pinterest. But then if we look further, what we need to do is we need to put into Google Pinterest. And that's going to give you a wee login page. And then you're going to click login. You can either log in if you haven't created an account before, or create an account. I strongly recommend that you get an account for Pinterest and use this for your fashion design because it is so helpful to idea and see other people's ideas and be able to take these concepts and then adapt them, change them, and replicate them into your own designs. So once you've logged in, I'll come up with a page. So as you can see, this is my Pinterest page. So I've got quite a few boards on different styles and different icons. So what we need to do is I'm going to show you how to then create a board first. So this is where, well, actually, it's like almost like a folder. So it's imagine your physical folder, your A4 binder, and that you've got this, and that's where you're then going to store all your photos. So what we want to do is there's a wee plus button over here, and I want you to click that, and it'll either come up pin or board. So a pin is the actual photo you can create and upload yourself, or you can create a board. So today we'll just create a board. And then it'll come up create a board. So what I want you to do is then name it something specific to that design project. So for today, we're going to look at men's shirts. And then we'll put in brackets the 1960s style because that's the kind of design brief idea that I've taken it from. So then you hit create, and then it'll come up that wee page and it'll give you some suggestions already. So therefore, actually, you could just then look through here and think, oh, that's really nice, that's really nice. So today we'll just say we'll look through them and say I quite liked looking at the concepts of like stripes. So then you hit save. And it saves it straight to that board that you've just created. So this is a handy way. So say if you have to go searching and searching for photos, this is actually just automatically saving it. And once you've done a few or a couple, so I got like a geometric style, then the kind of patterns of it. And there it is, the patterns, but also replicated as trousers. I want you to then hit done. And what I'll do is I'll take all the photos that I've just clicked save to and put it into one board. So this is a visual board. So it's your folder, and now I've basically put all my photos inside it. And then I can go back, look at them, I can see different concepts. I can also arrange them to however I want it. I can also add more ideas. So to add more ideas, what we could do is we could look up and see when we click the wee question, wee magnifying glass, and that'll come up. So then what we could do is we could put in 60s men's shirts, right? Hit search, and then it'll give you loads of ideas in different aspects of this. So you can see like 1970s, there's a kind of style of geometrics and patterns. So if you say, I like this one, because this is going in with my theme, then you click save, and what it'll do is, it won't actually, but you need to then click save. But instead of clicking save, you might want to click save the wee mark next to it, and then you put in your recent board. So we put in the 60s, and then it'll come up. So then you hit save. From now on, hopefully, what will happen is when I click save, it will automatically save it to that one. So then you click save, and then it saves it to that folder. And then you can scroll down and keep looking and looking. And then just hitting the wee question, and then hitting save. To go back to that, you need to then go back onto your main site. And here it is, men's shirts, 1960s. So now that we've collected these photos and adapted them to bringing it together as a visual mood board, how can we then use this? How is this a benefit to us in the style of designing a shirt? Designing any style of clothing or aspect as a fashion designer would be that now we can see a range of different aspects, concepts, and designs, and then we can look at them and see what ones we think best. So we could look at the very first one is quite bold, quite simplistic with the white and the blue edgings. So maybe you want to then think, oh, maybe I want a strong blue straight down the middle. The next one, maybe you like the collar. So maybe you want the t-shirt or shirt to have that kind of style of pleated collars. Maybe you didn't quite like the style, but that's okay. Maybe you didn't like the style of the next one, but you think, it's nice, but it's too aspectral to my design. So maybe you want to then look at something like the zips. So as you can see, quite a few of them come up with zips in the center. So maybe instead of using the buttons, I'm going to put a zip into the front and then make it blue bold down the side. So that's how we can use Pinterest to spark our creative mindset and how we can gather different aspects and concepts to then be able to use this as a board, to then be able to think, what can we take from each of these items into aspect of our designs? So the main purpose of Pinterest is that it's sharing fashion, it's sharing photos. But we're using it as a focus on how we can then think, oh, I really like how they've used that and that. Maybe I could adapt that to my design. Maybe I could adapt that, add that zip, and then it would be your design process. So this is where we're then using this concept generation to then narrow it down into concept designs and further down into your fashion design. So using Pinterest is a really good idea to use it at the very start of your design process. As an aspect when you get given your brief, you then say, right, it is men's fashion shirts. So you go and then search it into Pinterest. You collect a few photos that are just broad in general. And then you could create another board on the collars, another board on the sleeves. And you can then adapt and narrow it down to specific aspects you want it. And then this gives you an idea of what you could do within your future design process.